the first thing that I would say, interface as usual was not that great, right? IFT usually is known for pathetic so there were students, right, who were not able to see the timer. There was a minimum zooming in, zooming out problem. But coming to the paper, the first thing that I would like to say that is I don't understand the structure of the paper, right? Being a teacher, it was very difficult for me to browse all the paper, right? So what is the use of the paper if you cannot even read all the paper, right, in this given time? Because let us say if I talk about quantitative aptitude, so even if you are trying to connect one question to question, it will take 3-4 minutes. So passages were unnecessarily lengthy as it is. So I think IFT, before I start the analysis, I think IFT need to rethink about what type of paper they should give, and the questions, number of questions, as well as the number of the minutes given for that need to be think through again. Like for CAT also has reduced it considerably, so they don't reduce the difficulty level. So what is the use of giving such questions? So anyhow, let's before we discuss the paper, let's see the review of the students on this. We have with us Parul. Parul, what's your view on this?
For today's exam, the quantitative aptitude was a bit lengthy and the vocabulary words were difficult too. The DI part was easy. The LR sets were taking time.
Right. GK questions were very much doable. So
the scrolling was a problem. RCs were also like because of the interface time was taking more. Okay. So some questions were doable, but the others were very lengthy. So
okay. So quant, if I come to paper, right, these also students have faced the problem in the interface. So if I come to the paper, like what type of paper it was, quantitative aptitude, no doubt questions were lengthy, right? Questions were lengthy and they were layered questions, right? So it took good amount of time to even read the question, then write the equation and then solve it. And there was a lot of approximation involved,
yes,
right? So you cannot just do it. And calculation intensive it was, right? It was calculation intensive. So
मैं चलिया मैनू ना बाइक ਦਾ ਟੈਲੀਫੋਨ ਆਇਆ ਬੂਟਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਵੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਵਿਆਹ ਲੜਕੀ ਦਾ
ठीक है सर, हाँ. So this paper was I would say even if you do 10 questions in quantitative aptitude, more than enough. But the key was skipping the question and moving ahead. But hardly you will find any easy question. So in my paper, what I found was that my first 10 questions were really challenging. You know, I could see it. Okay, mixture allegation question है हो रहा है, the simple law question है हो रहा है, but mix of questions, but layered questions, right? Coming to the VA part, 4 RCs, 4 questions each, right? So which all, how many you have done, Parul?
So 3 RCs.
3 RCs done. You have done?
Sir, I have done around 15-16 questions, but like RCs, 1 RC complete and next like part of this.
Sir, I too have done 1 RC and rest will be VA.
Okay, so I tried doing all, though lengthy but still doable. Now coming to your VA part, you need to have very good vocabulary to answer those questions, because there was multiple choices given, and then for each of the choice, even if you don't know the single word, वो अटक जाता भाई आपका. तो considering that your VA part was, I would say, still like there was some idioms and phrases question.
Yes.
There were some questions on uses also.
Antonyms.
Antonyms was there, crossword was there. So the VA part was like, if you are good at VA, it should not take more than 7, 8, 10 minutes max 10 minutes. What coming to the DILR part, 2 sets I started with, I couldn't do it, right? I have to skip, and then I went on the DI part, which I thought was very much doable, and I could do 2 sets then of DI quickly. you are getting the answers, nothing in that. It was, I would say, not typical Iift DI, which is very calculative intensive. It was doable, right? DA, but rest paper will tell, because many a times it happens कि आपको लगता है कि आप कर रहे हैं और बाद में पता लगता है कि कहानी तो कुछ और ही थी, क्योंकि ये जो एक प्राइस वाला, एवरेज प्राइस वाला ग्राफ देखा, वो पाई चार्ट दिया हुआ था. The average price of 8 companies, 8 years, 11 price was given.
अच्छा, वो steel वाला नहीं
Steel
है,
wala. So that question, it took me good amount of time to understand यार ये किया गया है. But if you don't do represent data like this, right? आप normally years का data जो कि there has nothing to do with like year on year comparison को पाई चार्ट में कभी नहीं देते आप. But ठीक है, IFT कुछ भी कर सकता है. They are but cut off clear करना would not be difficult in your DI section. So I don't think cutoffs should go up as compared to last year. For general category, it should not go beyond 43, 44, right? Consider, but nothing beyond 44, right? Nothing beyond 43. So if you have attempted somewhere around I would say 30 question with good accuracy and good sectional cutoff, you stand a very good chance. And तो भाई आपका तो definitely हो जाएगा on this IFT paper. And in the end, again, I request to all IFT authorities and the people, you also should write it for the next year students कि यार पेपर थोड़ा सा सेंसिबल बनाया जा सकता है, because it doesn't make sense you are giving 110 question and the cutoff is just 15-16 questions right. So it means that just by doing 20% of the paper right, you are clearing the cutoff. So the text should be readable, better, right? Thank you very much, guys. We'll have detailed session, and bye bye everyone.